Hello there. I'm History of the Flash. You can call me JD.
Ahoy in the comic book Hunter, also known as just Hunter.
I'm Harper.
God, that was disgusting. And this is a Hero Story, episode 136. Welcome. A Hero Story is a podcast where we talk all things comics. That includes comic book movies, comic book animation, comic book video games, comic books themselves. You name it, we probably talk about it. On this week's episode, we have a good amount of comics, which Hunter will now name.
We got Green Lantern #1. It's the first Thorn issue. Crime Syndicate #2. The King in Black #5. Batman #107. The Amazing Spider-Man #63. And then JD said he has a comic that's not on this list.
You guys have said in the past that we don't read any non-Marvel, non-DC books in single issues. So I decided
if it's the issue that is it the issue that I think it is, because it will tie in so well with the news this week. Is it Geiger?
That's
yeah,
Geiger.
That's gonna be
Geiger
great.
from Image Comics by Geoff Johns, Gary Frank, and Brad Anderson, aka the creative team of Doomsday Clock.
I mean, that's a good creative team as far as talent.
It's a good creative team talent-wise, but
outside of the comics, we have some news of the week, which Harper has already alluded to. We also have some 5-star reviews, which we will be reading to start the show.
But before we start, for the audio listeners or the people that aren't viewing our social media, we uploaded 2 videos to our YouTube this week. That was really cool, Harper. Thank you for doing that on the video. Yeah, you kind of just pushed back. It looked kind of like 3D in a way. Don't thrust, though. Then take out the thrust and it would be cool enough.
You didn't like the thrust.
We uploaded 2 videos on our YouTube page. Timmies Talks episode 2, where JD ordered me some Tim Hortons, including 50 Timbits and more mysterious orders. And we also did
Timbits. Sorry, I've been
my dad and I tag teamed it, and we didn't. We tried, but we didn't.
So it's good that I didn't order 150 of them.
Yeah, thank God.
That was I was thinking about that.
Yeah, that's really spooky, Harper. I like how the background's all dark. What's behind you?
Mate, that's
it's like a face behind
you. Oh my God. We're gonna forget like that.
Yeah. Just we also uploaded another video. Oh yeah, book club. So we're a monthly video now called Book Club, where we take a book and we try to get everyone to read it for the month, and then afterwards we all do a little recap and review and what our opinions on said book. Comic book, of course, trade paperback. We did a little contest on our Instagram of what the next book's going to be, where we all submitted different trades. JD won. We will be reviewing in the first week of May.
Superman, Secret Identity. For my American listeners, I suggest you purchase on eBay because you can get it for pretty cheap, the oversized hardcover too. For my non-American listeners, good luck. Such as Hunter.
$35, which isn't.
Oh please, don't act like you haven't spent like 80 on a trade.
Yeah,
I'm just gonna buy it on Comixology for like $10 or something.
Probably even less.
Yeah.
Probably even
Eat
less.
my dust.
It's a pretty small trade, but I highly recommend everyone try to read it, or if you have read it, maybe tune in about a month from now, because we're gonna be doing. I think you can submit like your own voice clips or questions or what you thought of the book in general. We'll play it on the YouTube video that we have end up doing, which will be first week of May. So stay tuned to Add a Hero Story on Instagram, or just listen to the show. We'll provide updates there. Now we got reviews for the show from iTunes.
Oh, yeah. I'll do mine first because it's very quick.
Go first?
This is from a friend of mine who just started an account called Hero Clicks Flicks. So if you like
that's a cool
Hero
name.
Clicks. It is a cool name. I haven't told him that I think that, but he's probably listening, so it's a cool name. He said 5-star review. Episodes need to be half an hour shorter so Harper doesn't tune out and try to single-handedly burn down the podcast. Otherwise, good enough. And then he said, P.S. If Hunter ever decides to shave that stash and go back to modeling, he can email me at... I can't read that email address. It is an inappropriate email address that I will not be reading. But yes, Hunter, if you want to get back into modeling, you can message this man, and I think he'll
send me his email.
Up.
No, I gotta keep the stash for a while. It's like my.
It's a weird stash. I'll be honest. Like I wouldn't leave you like around my little brother.
Oh, okay. Well, what if I trimmed the sides a bit? You know, right now I'm going for like.
You did that once, and it actually looked really like clean. It looked really nice. So
well, maybe we'll do it again. I don't know. I kind of like. I want to go for like the Dr. Eggman look eventually, where it's like,
why? Why the fuck would you want to go for the Dr.
Because it's so funny.
God damn it, Hunter. Only 5 minutes in, you've already made me swear. I'm going to be better this week. I'm not going to swear.
My uncle bought the trade of The Price a Hero Pays, and we're in the back of it like an advertisement for the podcast.
Oh,
And
no.
he messaged me like a review for the book, and he's like, oh, really good book, really good first try. Your friend, he's got a terrible mustache, but hey, it's his face.
It's his face.
Wow. I fear that one day I'm gonna post on my story like, should I keep it or should I shave it? And I fear for what
If you poll that, you're gonna get ratioed so bad.
I know.
Yeah.
It's my
You
look,
are
though.
gonna get
It's me.
ratioed
It's
very
my
fucking
signature look.
We'll send Gavin and my army after your poll, and we'll just like absolutely like
Every
obliterate
time
you.
Gavin ratios someone, it's the funniest.
It'll be like 80-20.
They'll
Yeah.
be like, fuck off, Gavin. He'll be like, how about you fuck this ratio? God damn it, I swore again. I can't help it.
Gavin is for
The
those who
Australian
know,
in you.
Gavin's the director of the upcoming fan film.
Everyone knows who
Lotus.
Gavin is.
I know,
What
but
do
I'm
you
just
mean?
saying, before we recorded the episode that Gavin was on, he asked me if this mustache was real or fake.
I remember that.
I'm just like, what? I've never been asked that before. Anyways, we have more reviews.
Yeah, so this one, God, I hope it's a joke. This one's from Mr.Guy Man, and he said, "This is true, 5 stars. Yeah, I lost my virginity to this. So if you're getting it on to a hero story,
Holy shit.
rock on.
I hope that's true. I hope that's true.
Harper, you were the one that messaged me, and this might be before you had Comic Rebirth. When you
Oh
said,
shit. You're exposing
I'm
this.
exposing
Good
you.
lord.
Harper asked me, "Do you think anyone's ever taken a shit and listened to the podcast?" And I was like, and this is when he was just like a follower, like before I really,
Okay.
obviously I messaged him a lot, but like, I was like, I never really thought about it. And he's like, now someone has. And I was like, okay. And now that man is on this podcast.
Hey, look. I listen to the podcast a lot. There's a lot of things I've done while I've listened to the podcast.
You've done?
You lost your virginity to a hero story?
Make it sound bad. Never an episode that I've been on, but still.
Oh, therefore it's good. Okay, there we go.
Oh,
That makes more
Oh,
sense.
God.
you had to expose that. Yeah. Well, it's a good question because, like, there's probably someone out there right now who's on the toilet.
Okay,
'Cause,
if
like,
you've taken a shit and listened to a hero story, I want you to message Comic Rebirth.
Yeah.
And tell him about your experience.
I will
listening to a hero
welcome.
story.
I will welcome.
Actually, you know what? Not even if you've taken a shit. Any odd experience you've had while listening to a hero story,
Oh my
Harper wants
god!
to know about it.
I would kill for anyone to send me their weird hero story. Like, I've been
Hero
listening
story
to hero story when
stories?
this happened. Oh, hero stories would be brilliant. Yes, let's do that. I
We
would
could make like a
kill
little
for that.
collage post. That'd be fun.
It could be like an anonymous
Anyone.
post if like they
I'm-
don't want to like be
I'm
exposed. But
begging. Yeah, anonymous. I'm begging. Unless you want to
Message-
be exposed.
yeah,
whatever.
yeah, unless you want to be exposed, message
Tell
Comic
me.
Rebirth on
Oh.
Instagram. and
Maybe
let
we'll
him
make a
know.
little collage and post it on
I
the
would
actual
live
hero
for that,
story
man.
account.
That's so good.
That should be really funny.
Anyway, outside of Mr. Guy Man, we have some reviews.
Mr. Guy Man, like, you rock, man. I hope that's true. And like, I hope you have a good life.
Matthew Novak, who I definitely recognize the name. He's messaged before,
Mhm.
100%. He says, "Great podcast, 5 stars. My friends watch comic movies, but none of them actually read comics. A hero story allows me to listen to fun comic book conversations that help me to connect with the storytelling medium that I love so much. I highly recommend this podcast." Great review.
That's sweet.
I-
That one actually made me feel
yeah.
good.
I remember when I started History of the Flash, which we were just talking about my kind of origins. I was a sophomore in high school, and I was pretty into the Flash, obviously. And I sat next to this kid in math class who was kind of into comics. He liked to draw,
Math
actually.
class.
And geometry, not a fun class.
You're a loser.
15-year-old me was struggling with geometry. Anyway, not the point. This kid next to me, he used to draw, and he loved like the Daredevil TV show, so we used to talk about it a lot,
Oh,
you
nice.
know. And he knew that I liked the Flash, so we tried to talk Flash, and I was like, I'd like watched maybe season 1. I don't know if season 2 was on at that point. Maybe season 2 was on, but he was like, "Oh, dude, you like the Flash, right?" I'm like, "Yeah, I love the comics." And he's like, "Dude, Reverse Flash, right?" I'm like, "Yeah, Bart Thon, great character." And he's like, "No, Harrison Wells." And I was like,
Oh,
Oh,
oof,
no. Oh,
oof,
no.
oh, pain.
My favorite
That's
Flash
pain too
character
because
is
he's
Cisco.
not even like, it's not even Harrison Wells in this show.
Yeah, so-
That's the worst part.
so I was like, "Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And that was kind of the end of
that's
that.
rough.
But so I understand what it's like, when the people that you're around in real life only know comic book movies.
That's same
it's
with
nice
me.
to be able to
Yeah.
go somewhere where people can talk comics. That's a big part of the reason why I started History of the Flash, and I guess in effect a hero story.
That's literally why I started Comic Hunter. Is because I knew no one that read comics, and I want to talk more about them with people.
And I think that's what Hunter and I bonded over pretty quickly when we used to do our Instagram live streams. Like talking about like, oh, these 4 issues came out. Let's talk about them.
Yeah, exactly. Which is what spawned a hero story. Harper, where did you go?
Oh, I just got tired of listening to you idiots fucking reminisce about.
Oh, well,
Okay, anyway,
thank you.
Damn it, I swore again. This is the no swearing episode. From this point on, clean show.
You got to be like Hunter. Anyway,
why the fuck would I want to be like us? Okay, starting now.
From this point on,
starting now.
this one is from SeanothanCMP.
Is this?
I think I read that right.
Is this our boy? Our boy
I
Sean?
don't think
Is this Sean?
I don't think so. I don't
think that is Sean.
It's his Apple podcast name, so I don't think that's him. Didn't he already leave a review with Harper? Anyway, he said, grand old time, 5 stars. I love listening to the show every Friday on my walks or when I go climbing. There's your first interesting story. He goes climbing while listening to a hero story.
Holy shit.
It's been an amazing way to feel as if I'm in a conversation with other like-minded people when I don't really have that in real life.
Oh.
One of the funniest things I've listened to and has me laughing to myself on the streets like a madman and falling off the rocks constantly. A highlight of my week and something I always look forward to. Thank you guys for all the laughs and updates on comics.
Thanks,
That
Sean.
was a sweet one. Hey, Sean, I don't know if you're the Sean that we know or another Sean, but like either way, all Seans are welcome. Message me. All right, let's talk. Let's talk comics.
Yeah,
it's gonna be a group chat of Sean's and Harper.
Oh, that'd be fucking brilliant.
Oh,
yes.
yeah. If you're not the Sean we're thinking of, although the Sean we are thinking of did message me a few days ago saying I uploaded a review to Apple Podcasts.
So it could be him.
It could be, unless it's not. But
I just can't imagine that Sean like rock climbing. He doesn't seem cool enough for that. Anyway. I'm sorry.
Anyway, thank you for the reviews. That was it, right? Or do you have another one, Harper?
No.
Okay.
If you want your review read on the show,
feel
free to the best way to get a hold
We
of
probably
us.
shouldn't read like 14 every week though, otherwise
Yeah,
we'll be done.
we might start doing it a little less, but we'll still read every review that we get out on a hero story. So don't message. You can't message us, but the best way to get a hold of us for a review is going to iTunes, giving us whatever star you think we are, and then doing your review there. Because there we will 100%
if you give us
see
anything
it.
less than a 5, you can just die.
The 5-star review.
Yeah, we'll 100% see it if it's on iTunes. Not only that though, or Apple Podcasts, sorry, it helps with the show in general. So
yeah, it helps our rankings. Like we're ranked in Romania. I don't know who our listener is in Romania, but I swear to God, every single week we are ranked in Romania. So to the Romanian and Hero Story listeners, God bless.
God bless.
Unless you're not,
unless
you're not religious, in which Stan Lee shines upon you.
Yeah, there we go.
Stan hasn't appeared in the show in a while. I've been missing Stan.
You want me to do the Stan voice?
I do kind of want
a little bit, yeah.
You guys want me to do the Stan voice?
I've been jonesing for it.
Maybe a little.
All right.
Yeah.
Fine. Okay. All right. So for news of the week.
Yeah. So welcome to a hero story.
Man.
For those of you that just skipped through the reviews, welcome. This is the start of the episode where we go over the news of the week, starting with Ray Fisher did an interview recently, and we kind of briefly brought it up at the start of the episode, but it was a long interview. Did you guys read it all?
I didn't read the whole thing, but you don't really need to get the idea.
Yeah, it's again like Ray Fisher being like, oh, the reshoots on Justice League were very toxic, very terrible conditions in general. It's just more him going in depth with the situation,
and which is what I wanted. And
yeah, he's not really beating around the bush this time. He's actually straight being like, this is what happened.
Yep.
Geoff Johns is not a nice person.
He's not a great man, is he? Great writer. No. If you like his books, okay, it's fine. I mean, I like some Geoff Johns books very much, but like,
don't let he's a bad person. We all know that now.
I can see JD like mad. He's like, I loved Geiger issue 1 so much.
Just because Geoff is a bad person, that doesn't mean you have to throw away all your Flash run of Jeff
Yeah,
or
and
your
it's like,
Justice League, your Aquaman. You know, you can still like his writing. He's just.
I think it's past the point. Like, I wanted to, like, admittedly, I would like think in my head, I'm like, I just want, Johns to have the benefit of the doubt. Like, maybe it's just a matter of perspective. And like JD said in the past, it's like maybe he was just like the kind of boss that was like pushing people to do, the best they could. And then, it kind of got misconstrued. But that's not the case at all. And especially now that we've seen the Snyder Cut, before Johns came along and did anything, Ray Fisher was clearly as passionate as anyone can fucking, god damn it, I swore, can be about a role. And then Jeff came in and was just like, oh, well, we've got this other cyborg on TV, so what the fuck are you doing? Like,
Yeah.
It's sad. It's sad because it's like, it's not like Jeff's clearly not someone who's going to be overtly a prick, but he's clearly someone who, I think I said this to Tyler, he is exactly what you would expect a Hollywood comic book writer to be, where he's gone from this lower level, he's come into this higher level, and he's like, I can do whatever I want. Like, this is it. I have the power to do whatever, so I'm going to make it the way I want. And because of that, he's come off looking like an asshole. And that was his own doing. So, like, I can't have any fucking sympathy for him because, like, well, you did this to yourself, man.
It's very sudden,
And
too.
That needs to be said, I think, because, like, I just realized that JD has muted his mic. He's probably like, can you imagine?
There was some background noise. I didn't want.
No, I know, but I just like the idea that you were like furiously like, it's Geoff Johns though, just like yelling.
Listen.
Anyway.
For me, this this situation. I mean, it's tough. I mean, it feels like kind of one of those meet your heroes type of things, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like,
yeah,
Jeff,
definitely.
I would consider by all stretch of the imagination is like my comic book hero. Like he's, the type of writer that he is, and the type of person that I, have always thought that he was. I've always heard nothing but positive things. I mean, when we talked to Joshua Williamson the first time around, or when we talked to Scott Collins, I mean, they had nothing but positive things to say about Jeff. I mean, I remember when Williamson told us that, he was in the boardroom pitching Flash Rebirth and Jeff was there, like, and he talked about when he first met Jeff at the Comic-Con back when Jeff was writing Hawkman before Jeff made it big. And he's like, Jeff was so nice to him and he remembered that all those years later. And, Scott Collins talking about how Jeff brought him along on all these different runs. Like, I built up an image in my head of him as like, kind of this great guy who like everybody loved, any kind of like behind the scenes clip that I saw, like when he did Smallville or when he had the original DC Rebirth pitch, Stargirl, like all these things, like he seemed like this larger than life type of guy that like, someone who was kind of quiet, like he didn't really need to flex on social media, but he was like, everyone loved him. So when this news first broke, I kind of went into denial. I'm like, there's no way, like, everything that I know about this did. Everything I know about this, I mean, I'm sure if you pull older hero story clips, like everything I know about this man, there's no way this could be true. And at the time, there was really no evidence. And as more stuff has come out, I mean, it's kind of disappointing. It doesn't affect his writing for me. I still think his writing is brilliant. He's still my favorite comic book writer, but it definitely it feels like one of those meet your hero type of moments where it's like,
and it doesn't affect. I mean, I think it's always good to acknowledge a creator when you love something. So like I still love Geoff Johns' books, but I can still in my head be like, I can compartmentalize but still accept like this happening. There are some writers and creators that I can't do that with. Like I can't look at anything by Ethan Van Sciver and not go, that guy's a dickhead.
Is he?
I just
two very different situations.
Ethan Van Sciver, oh my god, Ethan Van Sciver is like the worst of the worst, man.
Two very, very, very different situations.
Oh yeah.
Okay, yeah.
But like my favorite writer is Mark Waid, and like I love Mark Waid with a passion, but that dude can be a baby sometimes. Granted, it's never gotten to this level, but still, it's like people are people. But this is a situation where I'm like, this is a little more than people are people. This is people can be assholes, and that's very disappointing. So, moral of the story is just don't be a dick. Really, just don't be a dick.
Yeah, listen,
you don't have to be.
When
you
we
can
make
go your
big,
whole life not being a prick.
when we make it big in the comic book industry, let's vow to never ever do anything like that.
Yeah, and also
we don't
if
have to
you are
vow
a
to
prick
do that.
or
We
you
just won't
said
do
something
it.
prickish, like me, like I've said prickish things all the time to people. I've just told people to straight up fuck off in this community.
Swear.
Just try and be better in the future. That's it. We should get a swear jar. How good would that be?
That would be
We should get a
great.
swear jar.
You just
Oh
lost
my
so
god.
much
You'll be
money,
able to buy
Harper.
a Tales of Suspense
Okay.
55 with all the money in that.
For those
jar.
really super dedicated listeners, like the listeners that really, really give a shit, every time I swear, that's $1. Count them up. I want to know what I could buy with all my swear money.
All right, fair enough. I mean, my point of view for Geoff is, yeah, no, I feel like his work might be affected here. I feel like since it's Ray Fisher, it's also some follower, a fan being like, he was mean to me. It's not like Geoff went over to a fan and went, "You want to fight?" kind of thing. It's an actual actor who's in the situation here that everyone knows and is talking about this moment. So could affect his work, could not. I'm not sure if you'll be getting work from DC anytime soon. Besides,
well, that was going to be my question. Is this the end of him at DC? Because after 3 Jokers came out, we had talked about on the show how he has nothing on the, and now he's doing an Image Comics book,
Batman Earth 1 Volume 3.
That which was already like 5 years ago.
It was already written like so long ago that
so.
I'm not even like count. I'm saying like a new, ongoing. He had the little Stargirl story in Infinite Frontiers 0, which I thought was going to become an ongoing, but not even a sniff of news about that, which I wouldn't be surprised if it's tied to everything that's happening.
Yeah.
So
will he redeem himself in time for Flash 1000 in however many years?
It's probably like 3 years away, I'd say. Maybe.
Yeah, well, it's it's interesting, and they had talked about how 3 Jokers was going to get a sequel, but I don't think so.
For what purpose?
Just
creates another 3 Jokers. Who cares?
6 Jokers.
Awesome.
Takes Jason Fabok 5 years to do
it's
it.
Just
it's
one
just like
Joker. Batman
Square.
1 Joker. Joker Square.
It's just like the whole film.
2.5 Jokers.
Yeah. I mean,
they do like a panel of theme songs with like 2.5 Men, but it's 2.5 Jokers.
Oh my god.
I mean, Geoff wrote, he has huge creds on DC though. He wrote what many people argue to believe the greatest Green Lantern run of all time.
Best Green Lantern run, best Aquaman run,
Justice League,
second best Flash run, second best Justice League run. I think the best Hawkman run by like default, best JSA
the sequel
run,
to Watchmen,
Stargirl, Doomsday Clock. He's written it all. He has a great Superman run. It's oh god, it kills me.
Burn it to the
I'd still have him on the show though. I'll say that for the record.
I don't think
I don't think I would.
If we did it, story?
I would have him on a hero story, but I would be a real prick about it.
I would have him on a hero story.
I'm interviewing him solo.
I'd be like, Geoff, loved your work on Justice League. And he'd be like, oh, the new 52 run. I'd be like, no, the movie.
I would say have him on a hero story if maybe far.
I don't want to like, okay.
Yeah,
I don't know if I want to call out, like, this might ruin our chances of getting future guests. So I don't know if I should say it. But like, you had Scott Lobdell on. So like, you could probably have Geoff Johns on.
He has a lot of controversy. But we had Scott Collins on. He's great. Yeah, we had Joshua Williamson on.
Williamson.
He's probably going to come back pretty soon with Robin coming out in like a week.
I tried to get Tom Taylor. I wanted him, man.
Tom Taylor will be awesome.
Tell him you've got an Australian host. Maybe I'll message him. I'll be like, "G'day, Tom."
I need the Australian. And I think that we get Chip Zdarsky on the show. If Harper was just like straight up like on his level of comedy, he's like, "Hey, dickhead, why don't you appear on the podcast?"
I did. I messaged him that, but he doesn't accept messages anymore. Oh. Yeah. I said, "Hey, you stupid motherfucker."
Did you actually?
Yes. And it was like, I sent this message and he didn't accept the message. I was like, fucking dick.
Harper, I have his email if you want.
Yes.
He did that art contest a while ago. And
Daniel
Tosh has this.
We're doing a fucking Tosh reference?
Well, I was watching it the other day. Like, I don't know.
It's just very out of nowhere. I can't believe you watched Daniel Tosh. There you go.
Oh, Tosh was funny. And I'll watch it every once in a while. I needed some background noise, so I threw on one of his comedy specials while I was working on something. And he had this joke where he sits backwards on the toilet and he like eats cereal off like the back, like what's the table. So he talked about it like in depth, and then he's like, I ran that joke and then I got an email and the subject said, "Hey dickhead." So of course I clicked on it first, and he goes, he's like a good way to get someone's attention is "Hey dickhead" is the subject line.
That's a good point.
The guy like refuted his whole point, like you would have to take your pants completely off if you want to sit back. Which anyway, so if maybe the subject line is "Hey dickhead."
Is that not the same one where he's just like, have you ever taken a shit first and then had a shower? Oh, you've got to go back to bed, start your whole day again.
That's a great comedy special.
Well, back to the news of the week. We got
what is this show? What is it?
I don't know,
Timmies
man.
Talk
I'm trying to keep it on track a little bit here.
Oh my God.
We got what seems to be the last Black Widow trailer. Did you guys watch it?
No.
Yeah.
Oh, JD, you missed a lot of scenes that we've seen already, including scenes from
intercut
Endgame.
with scenes from other movies.
I'm gonna be honest right now, and I can't remember. I don't know if I've seen any of the Black Widow trailers.
Oh, what? Man, she has a really cool theme.
You know how I am with trailers. Like I'd rather just watch it in the movie. I don't know that I've seen them other than like clips on Instagram.
Want to watch it in the movie, like the cinemas you won't go to.
On Disney Plus, whatever. Prick.
Yeah, exactly.
It's New York State. It's not open.
Yeah, fair enough. Well, I mean, it's not out for another few months, but I mean, the only new scenes is you see Taskmaster standing at one point.
Isn't it only a month away?
No, it's in July.
Oh, I thought it was May.
It was
they pushed.
delayed.
What?
That's unfortunate. I'm sorry. I haven't been paying attention lately. I'm sorry. I got this grip in my hand, and I've kind of just been focusing on that.
What is that? Is that a muscle thing?
Every time you say Geoff Johns' name, I'm just like.
That's good. I mean, it seems we got a few more clips from like the falling scene of like falling out of the sky with like the debris. That scene's gonna be so cool.
It looks very cool.
You see Taskmaster like slide on like a panel and with his sword in it to like keep the grip. Oh, it looks cool. But in the end, it looks like the same trailer that we've all seen. There's not really much.
Taskmaster is a character is one that I think people are setting themselves up for disappointment. They're like, it's Hawkeye. I'm like, it's not fucking Hawkeye. It's gonna be like one of her sisters.
Saying that,
huh?
People, I remember people saying it's Hawkeye at first, but nowadays I think people realize who Taskmaster is. I mean, he's a character.
Yeah, it's either going to be like one of her sisters or just a random other character. It's just
the fact that they're hiding the actor playing him makes me feel like it's going to be someone we know, but probably just one of her sisters. Yeah.
They hid fucking Aldrich Killian as the main villain of Iron Man 3, and he's a nobody. He shoots himself in the head in that.
Hey, I'm Ralph Boner.
Boner.
We also got a trailer for Loki. Our second trailer.
Oh, that was so cool.
Yo, this confirms something here.
This
we're gonna did you guys notice that Loki created the multiverse? Like that's what the trailer implies.
The timeline in Endgame,
because like in Endgame,
he created all the branch realities.
Yeah, in Endgame, H1 explains this is our reality. You take a stone out, it creates a false reality. So this is our reality. But then on the monitor in Loki, it's like, look what you did, and there's like different.
Yeah, and there's just a bunch coming off.
He created the multiverse. There wasn't a multiverse until Loki came around. It seems like
rad.
I like that. This is gonna be cool.
Looks fun.
I think it's gonna be better than Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
I did love fucking Owen Wilson being like, you literally stabbed people in the back like 30 times. And then he's just like, I won't do it again. It's just so well done.
Look at it. He's like,
he's just like, yeah, I love that he's like an agent for the time variant authority or whatever.
I think it's going to be so fun. Like, it's going to be such a good show. I think... What do you guys think you'll rank the shows like out of the ones that we know coming out that are being filmed right now?
I think WandaVision would have stayed at number one and like would have continued to be number one for ages for me if the last episode wasn't just them like throwing witch lasers at each other. Do you remember that? Like,
yeah,
just like we'll just float in the sky and just throw shit. It's like, okay, who gives a fuck?
Yeah, I guess.
I swore again.
I think WandaVision I am still enjoying more than Falcon the Winter Soldier so far. Granted, Falcon the Winter Soldier isn't over. As of recording, episode 4 isn't even out yet, so we haven't seen U.S. Agent murder people
Who's been messing up everything?
I Got that song.
No one's gonna continue it. Are you fucking?
It's been
doing it?
Agatha.
Oh.
It's so right now WandaVision's number one for me, and I think I will still like it more than Falcon the Winter Soldier by the time Falcon the Winter Soldier's over. I think I'll like Loki more, and I think I'll like Hawkeye even more than all of them. So right now, Hawkeye.
I don't see myself watching Loki. I'm gonna be honest, not for me.
You're on a podcast, Dick. You're gonna do it.
Yeah, you kind of have to.
I'll block you if you don't.
Wow. Seems a little bit harsh. I don't know. I watched the trailer and like the whole concept. Like, I get it. It's one of those things, right, where it's for some people. I just don't think it's for me.
Well, nothing is for you, JD. You are the most cynical, sad bitch that I know. Anything comes up, you're like, oh, dude, Zack Snyder's Justice League was made for you. And you watch and you're like, I don't know, I just don't feel anything. And so you go back to what, fucking BVS? No, listen to me. Listen to me. No, JD.
No. That voice you just used there sounded like from Ferris Bueller's Day Off when he makes the call to...
I don't give a shit. I haven't fucking seen Ferris Bueller's fucking whatever
How
the
have you
fuck
not seen Ferris Bueller's Day Off?
I don't care. You're the idiot here.
No, now you're the idiot.
Things, you fucking dumbass. You fucking dumb.
You know, when we fight like this, Hunter gets scared. That's why he turned off his camera.
Count every dollar for this, you stupid motherfucker. Goodbye.
Yeah. You want $2 more? Fuck.
I'm back, JD. I'm sorry that happened. That was scary. I was afraid.
That was so good.
Mom and Dad are fighting.
Anyway, yeah, that's fair enough, man. You know, not all media is made for everyone.
Listen, I don't want to get personal here. You know, it's just not for me.
Granted, aren't you gonna go? Remember when you saw Venom, and then you said you enjoyed Venom, and now aren't you gonna see Morbius when that comes out?
I don't want to.
Hello, Venom, girl.
I literally don't. I literally have no interest in watching Morbius. Like
I don't either, but I'm gonna watch it to talk about it.
I'll read some Reddit leaks and then go on the podcast.
JD, you have to watch Loki. I'm sorry.
It's not really for me, but.
You have to. I'm sorry.
Listen, I get it. We run a podcast, right? You know, there's certain
on comic books.
No, we don't. I do.
Right. We appear on Harper's podcast.
Yeah.
But you know, it's not for me.
You know, my only concern now is that people are gonna listen to that segment and think like, oh wow, was there a bit of sincerity behind it? I called it.
And for those people wondering that, like Sean, who just fell off the rock climbing because we were shouting so loud, I want you to know that was completely sincere. And yes. Harper and I have what you call a love-hate relationship. Where he loves me and I hate him.
Well, we used to date.
It's true. We have a bit of history.
Yeah, and we used to, and now it's all come crashing down. But and now JD's with Tyler, and like, you know, JD's always like, he's so much better than you ever were. And I'm like, how am I supposed to respond to that? You know what I mean?
I mean, he's actually in my state, you know, it's meant to be.
Yeah, sexual tensions when like each episode ends and we're just sitting in the Zoom call.
There is no more sexual tension than before JD joins the call and it's just Hunter and I just like looking into each other's eyes before we start the show.
God,
scary.
It is.
Is this really what happens?
No.
Oh, God, I was about to say when I dip, like Hunter said some crazy things about what happens after, you know, it's just you.
Oh, dude, so. the pre and post fucking hero story is the best thing. Dude, we're just sitting here before singing that fucking #1 victory royale, and then Hunter sent me a video of his friend breaking his fucking legs on a snowboard and just like screaming in pain.
It's pretty cool.
Whoa, that's crazy. Send me that.
Yeah. Send me that. Whoa.
JD, you have me on Snapchat, right? It was on my story like a week ago.
You guys use Snapchat?
I don't check Snapchat because I'm not a 15-year-old girl.
Oh man.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you.
That's why you're not replying to all my pictures.
Yeah, that'll do it, won't it?
No, I have Snapchat, but I don't really use it. I'll check it like once a week.
I can't believe that Fortnite song is now part of the canon of this show.
The Hero Story universe.
My friend just got down. I revived it.
86.
Howdy, Southbound. Now we're in the Pleasant
Park.
Okay,
anyways,
Street. Look at the map. Look at the mark sheet.
JD, to conclude that segment, JD, you have to watch Loki. Otherwise, Okay, you know what'd be really funny if you don't watch Loki, but when we go to review the season, your dad watches it and he joins us.
Oh my god, more Tom appearances, please.
See, the funny thing about that would be that my dad knows, out of all the Marvel movies, you know how many he's seen of the MCU movies?
What?
I'm gonna say
I want to say 0, maybe 1, but I want to say 0.
He needs to watch more of my movies.
He might have fallen asleep during like the Winter Soldier or something.
It would be so funny if your dad.
That one is pretty bad. That one's way too political for me.
It's my favorite. It'd be so funny if your dad watches no MCU things except for Loki and then joins us for the show.
And he's just like, I have no idea what's happening.
To see more JD's dad, check out Timmy's Talk on A Hero Story.
Check out Timmy's Talk coming whenever the fuck.
It's already out.
It's already out. Yeah, that.
You didn't say where it is.
On YouTube.
All right, I was supposed to rail this podcast.
YouTube.
Going on with the regular news of the week. So there was a rumor that we mentioned, I think last episode, not the one before that, there was a rumored character to appear in Falcon the Winter Soldier. A lot of people who worked on the show seem to be saying this, and it's confirmed to be in episode 5. So next week's episode of Falcon the Winter Soldier, we're having apparently a huge character coming in that one of the showrunners wants to team up with Thor one day. We don't know who.
What does that mean?
I don't know. A lot of
what are we doing here? Like,
what are we doing here?
Let's stop doing this. Like, big character coming. Like, let's just not do it anymore. It's just
do the Mandalorian. Let it happen on its own.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not like Pedro Pascal and John Favreau were like the entire season, like, dude, the biggest characters.
There's a Luke before the season starts. There's a Luke Skywalker level cameo, and everyone's like, "Is it Luke Skywalker?"
Mark Ruffalo probably would have said that actually, with his interviewing skills.
Hey, it's a fucking Luke Skywalker size cameo. What's going
Mark
on?
Ruffalo, do you remember when you said that everyone dies, and then and then Terrence Howard said to you that not to spoil it?
Well, you know what I said to Terrence Howard, aka Don Cheadle. You know what I said to him? Do you know what I said to him?
What did you say to him?
I said, "Don't fuckalo with the Ruffalo."
No, I saw the clip. You literally just were like, "Oh, was I? Oh, right."
Does fuckalo count as a swear for the swear jar?
Yes, it does. And I want to point out that the person we mentioned before, Hero Clicks Flicks, is the one that told me that joke. I left his house the other night, and he went, "Yeah, don't fuckalo with the Ruffalo." And I turned to him like, "I'm absolutely using that on the show."
Thank you. Wow, we got Stan Lee and Mark Ruffalo on this episode. It's truly a hero story.
I think this is going to be a voice episode for the rest of the show. I think I need to bust him out. It's been too long.
Thank God we get to leave Harper behind and get the better voices. You're like Mel Blanc, who did all the Looney Tunes voices. Like, you're just known for the voices, and then your regular voice, no one is like.
Oh man, oof.
G'day, guys, it's Guy Pearce, aka the Mandarin.
Oh, Mandarin.
Sony and Netflix reached a deal to include all Sony superhero movies coming up that will release in theaters, will now release also on Netflix immediately after the theatrical release. That includes Into the Spider-Verse 2. This doesn't include movies coming out this year, which include Venom 2 and Spider-Man No Way Home, but it will include like Spider-Verse 2, Morbius.
All right, I'll watch Morbius on Netflix. I ain't going to see it in the theaters.
Yeah, but they're actually going to the theaters on Netflix after the theatrical release. So it's like immediately when they're out of theaters, it's going to go straight to Netflix. So
it's like Adam Sandler has the same contract with Netflix, where all of his movies, like after their theater run, go immediately to Netflix.
Yeah, exactly. It's exactly like that.
Adam Sandler voice, but I don't have one.
At first, I thought it was.
My friend can do a really good Adam Sandler voice. It's actually scary.
Oh, good.
At first, I thought it was just going to be on Netflix, but thank God they're still going in theaters. I need to see Spider-Verse 2 on a big screen. I don't want to just watch it on TV.
Wish I could watch it in my home.
Well, you can if you wait.
I don't want to wait.
Okay.
I mean, I almost called you Harper, and then I switched to Tyler for some reason.
Yeah, Hunter. I heard that. Last bit of adaptation news before we get into the comic news.
Guy Pearce, what do you think of Hunter mispronouncing things?
G'day, guys. It's me, Guy Pearce, famous Australian actor. Do you know I was in Memento?
Yeah, I watched Memento. It was pretty good.
That's crazy. Do you know I was in Iron Man 3?
Iron Man 3 is fucking terrible.
I think it's okay.
I think you know what? As me, Guy Pearce, famous actor, I'm actually like prone to agree with you, mate.
Oh,
Honestly.
cool.
Have you guys heard my song Storm?
No.
It's a really good song, unironically. This is Harper talking through Guy Pearce right now. It's a good song. Go listen to it.
You're kind of like Jeff Dunham, how you give like personality to your voice.
Yeah. G'day, guys. Anyway, Hunter, what was your question, mate? It's your name's Hunter, right?
Yeah, I don't think I was going to ask a question.
Hunter Cole Murray?
That you, that's my name.
Joshy Allen Harper. What's Guy Pearce's middle name?
Guy, I didn't realize that you made music because I know. Did you guys know that over quarantine, Jeremy Renner released an album? That's
I heard about
odd.
There you go. We must be in the Renaissance.
What the fuck? You tried, man. You tried.
I don't know if Guy Pearce.
Anyways,
Guy Pearce, you have a quick visitor who he heard his name being called. And,
oh my god!
he decided
Is it
to
Tom?
appear.
Is it Tom? Is it Tom?
Oh.
Yeah! It's Tom!
JD's dad.
Oh god!
It's Tom!
Hold on, let me readjust.
Oh my boy!
What's up, boys?
I like your hat,
Tom!
Oh,
It's so good to see, dude. He looks slick as Tom. You're the coolest man I've ever met in my life.
I love that, man. Coming from you, because you're pretty cool.
Whoa!
Yeah.
This is the best day of my life.
I was walking past and I heard, oh, my dad's something. And I'm like, oh, man, I got to make a guest
Oh,
appearance.
it was about the Marvel
Just
movies.
kicks in
we
the
were
door.
talking about. So I said I didn't want to watch the show Loki, and they said, "Oh, what we should do is Tom should watch the show and review it with us because you don't want to watch it." So then I was like, "Oh, I don't even think he's seen a full MCU movie like from the Marvel universe." I was like, he might have slept through like Winter Soldier
I
once.
definitely slept through a lot of stuff.
He slept through Man of Steel
Yeah.
like about 5 times.
I slept through JD's birth. I slept through his birthdays.
I definitely did that.
Oh my god, Tom.
Well, Tom, if
be
you
on a
want to
full
join
episode.
us to review the show when it's over, we'd love to have you, even if you sleep through it.
I think
Absolutely.
we've set the precedent. I think Tom has to be on the episode to at least talk about like Loki and just be like, I have no idea what the fuck is going
It's in
on.
the summertime, so you got months to prepare. But yeah,
Okay. I'll make
Oh
sure
my God.
I drink a lot of coffee to stay awake.
Timmy's.
Oh, a lot of coffee. I love that voice.
awesome. You'll
Oh
join
my
us to
God.
review the whole show.
Hey, Hunter, I had a question for you because I noticed on my last appearance when I left, you said, was that his real voice?
Yeah, your
Of course
voice
is my real voice.
I'm sorry. It's so cool. It's way too cool. I didn't expect it. I'm sorry.
All right. Nobody's ever said that to me, so I appreciate it.
If only we had like a cool voice acting comic that we could, have him appear in like Project Doomsday.
No,
Oh man, if only that was real.
What is this? Is the most ambitious crossover in podcast history. This is insane.
Well,
I
I'm
don't
gonna let you guys
wow.
get back to real stuff.
Okay.
Yeah,
figured
real
I'd make a
stuff.
quick-
Yeah, that's what this
quick
is, Tom.
It's a real thing.
Oh my god, my
All
days.
right, guys. Be good. See you later.
Bye,
Peace
Tom.
out, Tom. That's incredible.
I did not expect that. Wow.
That just
On
made.
the
that-
No. What? 3 times.
What are they talking about?
Yeah, I don't know. JD's.
I was trying to get
Wow,
him to
that
put the
was
ceiling fan on. It's hot in here.
Oh, okay. It's rather cold here. That's why I'm wearing my Star Wars hoodie. You can buy this at Target for $10.
I wear this
Shout
around
out,
season.
sponsored.
Sponsored.
Wow, a cameo from JD's dad.
That was incredible.
All of a sudden,
I have no
all of a sudden, I heard my door open and he came in with a top hat, and I was like, "What the?"
He just picks
I was
his
like,
head
that
up.
That was really
Dude,
weird.
I was scared for Hunter's life when he. I was scared for Hunter's life when he went. I heard you saying, "Is this my real voice?" I was like, "Oh no!"
I got really sweaty.
His
I got
ass.
really nervous for some reason.
Wow.
Because at the end of when he was unplugging his headphones, because he watched the show after, and you were like, "Was that his real voice?" And I said, "Like, why wouldn't that be his real voice?"
I don't know, it's
Yeah,
just-
like he put on a voice.
I could see him playing like two.
Well, yeah, what kind of weirdo puts on weird?
Movie.
What kind of weirdo puts on fake voices for a podcast?
Oof. I'm
Anyway,
sorry,
moving
Harper.
on.
I'm sorry, Harper.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
Like, you think your dad could play like Tombstone or something in like a Spider-Man movie?
Yeah,
That's
I
how
think,
I'm
you
gonna
know,
imagine Tombstone.
You could
now.
definitely play MCU Tombstone. Can we hear what Tom Holland would say to Tombstone, Harper?
Which version of Tom Holland do you want? Like the loud British version that I stole from another podcast, or like actual Tom Holland?
Actual like the Tom Holland Spider-Man voice you do, like, but him encountering Tombstone, who's played by my dad.
Hey guys, whoa, is that Tombstone? Josh DeGrazia, his dad? Oh my God, whoa, what am I gonna, hey, Mr. Stark, oh, you're still fucking dead, whoa, I don't know how to handle this, Cisco, Caitlin, somebody.
No, Peter Parker, you beat me at Fortnite, you're not part of Team Flash.
I didn't mean to beat you at Fortnite, let's make things up by singing this song, #1 victory royale.
Oh yeah, Fortnite, we're about to get down.
This episode is so fucked. This episode is so fucked.
This is the worst ever. I promise next week I'm gonna try my best and be better. I'm gonna try and keep.
This is why we need Tyler back. I feel like Tyler is a counterbalance.
Yeah, it's weird. It's more chaotic this week instead of when Tyler was on.
Yeah. We're not even on the news of the week. We're on the comic segment, so I guess to
be fair, there's not a lot of comics to talk about because
well, the comic segment of the news actually. We're not on the actual comics yet. Patrick Gleason is teasing Captain America art. We don't know who's the next writer or artist on Captain America.
Please let him be on Cap. I would read it. Please.
It could be him.
If he's writing it too, please. Cap has a son like Superman Rebirth. Please.
Oh, whoa.
Oh my God. Please.
Whoa. Cap with a son. I didn't think of that. Huh.
Clayton talked about that in the comment section on like some post I saw on Explore page, and I was like, yo, that would be cool.
I kind of,
I hate that guy.
though. Sharon,
Anyway.
I guess. Sharon's kind of more of the love interest in the comics. Although Peggy's back now, I guess.
Yeah, well, I feel like
imagine
now
with a daughter.
Or whatever. I mean, it doesn't have to be a son.
Thank you. I saw a bunch of tweets the other day of people just like begging the Loki TV show, like Loki Disney Plus, to like erase that from reality.
No, they could.
Yeah, they technically could.
Like, don't make this reality.
I think people have accepted it at this point, surely. Like,
except for Sebastian Stan, but yeah, he even straight up says he doesn't like that.
He's not even Luke Skywalker, so who cares?
Last week we talked about DC Round Robin, which is a little contest DC is doing where you vote on Twitter and Instagram on these certain pitches, and the winner of this whole pitch gets to be an actual DC comic series. So round 2 is on right now, so go to Twitter and Instagram stories to vote. And with round 2, they've been showing concept art, cover art, like full finished art, and who the writer and artist of each book could be. So
Yeah,
I'll go
pick
over
of the week and their cover of the week.
I guess so.
literally inject this into my veins.
Is that's the Kyle one?
Yeah.
Please focus.
So I'll go over each one real quick of the survivors of round 1 and see who's going up against who. So Superman and Lois Ignition is going up against Suicide Squad 7. Superman and Lois Ignition will be written by Colin Kelly and Jackson Langsing, with artist Vasco, Georgiev.
I'm not even gonna fucking like correct. What was that? Say that again.
Georgiev.
I hope you're right.
For those just listening, I don't pronounce names very well, so and I don't know why I'm doing this.
Who's just listening to a hero story? Who's just listening to a hero story for the first time? They're like, "Whoa, Hunter pronounced something wrong." Like,
if you've started listening to the show in like the last month, can you message me and just tell me your honest thoughts? Like, just
at Comic Rebirth.
I would love to know.
Suicide Squad 7 will be written by Rex Ogle, and artist will be Diogenes Neves. I'm sorry, okay? Just sound it out and type it in. You'll get this information.
Sound it out is the advice that we give you. Sound it out.
Okay.
Dude, I'm a qualified teacher and I can't even fucking help you, man. You're a lost cause.
Blue Beetle Graduation Day is going up against Jesse Quick Control. Blue Beetle Graduation Day is written by Josh DeGrazia, and the artist will be Adrian Gutierrez. I'm just kidding.
I'm writing Blue Beetle.
The writer is actually Josh Trujillo. Nope. Trujillo, I'm going to say, with the artist Adrian, what I said before. Jesse Quick Control will be written by Stephanie Phillips, and the artist will be David LaFuente. Cool name, David. Thanks for listening to the show.
David, stop listening once you pronounce his last name. Lobo
/ Animal Man Scorched Earth will be going up against Robins. Lobo/Animal Man Scorched Earth is written by Heath Corson with artist Scott Hepburn. And Robins will be written by Tim Seeley with artist Baldomero Rivas. Tim Seeley wrote Nightwing Rebirth, so I kind of have hope for that. I think it might.
Oh, wait. Can we talk about that real quick? Harper, your group chat. I don't even know what the name of it is anymore. But they were hating on Tim Seeley. I was like, whoa.
Yeah, friend of the show. And
Ryan.
You know what? Not even friend of the show. Friend of us. Ryan was like, oh, why would they like? They're like, oh, we'll get the Robins book, but it's going to be written by Tim Seeley. What's even the point? And I was like, I thought he was.
Tim Seeley wrote Gleason, co-wrote Gleason, and wrote the beginning of Nightwing Rebirth, which was his issues were the good issues of Nightwing Rebirth. I thought they were. I don't know if you saw that, Hunter, but they were attacking Tim Seeley in the chat, and I was
I'm like, do people not like Tim Seeley now? I thought he was good, especially with the Bat Family.
Stupid anyway, I removed someone from that chat earlier because they said they liked Kong more than Godzilla, and I was like, not in my chat.
I'm gonna say that so I can get removed finally. I've been trying to get removed for like years.
Man, what the?
I also like Kong better than Godzilla. Anyways,
remove him from your podcast.
Just real quick,
I might just leave the show right now.
Don't.
Why not?
No,
what would you do if I just left the show for the rest of the episode?
I'd probably message you like, hey man.
As has been pointed out, this show hits like an hour and 10 minutes in, and then my enthusiasm dies, and all I do is try and
hold
it.
on. We are 49 minutes in, so you're good.
Fucking hell, I got 20 minutes to go.
Robins, the cover shows Red Hood in his older suit, and also Stephanie Brown's on the cover, so it looks interesting. Green Lanterns Underworld on Fire will be written by Sina Grace with artist V. Ken Marion.
Please vote this.
Kyle Rayner solo series, please. This
is
the most. It looks so cool. It's going up against Zatanna and the King of Nightmares, which is written by the Soska sisters, and artist will be Vanessa Del Rey.
And it's currently, if I'm not mistaken, it's winning on Instagram, but it's losing on Twitter. Yeah. Which I don't know how they decide that.
It's voting. You vote. It's not like
I understand it's to vote, jackass. I'm saying like if one wins on Twitter but one wins on Instagram, like how is it calculated?
Oh, they probably take the majority rules. I think more people have.
Like that Hunter doesn't understand how voting works.
Wait, that's how voting works, dude. I'm from America. I didn't understand.
And that was good. And that's it. Those are the current books going up against each other. Next week we'll see who goes up against who for the grand finale. Well, not the semifinals technically, and then it's probably going to end up being Robin versus Green Lantern. That's what I'm guessing.
Yeah,
but God, they'll suck to choose over which one I prefer.
What if they just go, haha, joke's on you, we're actually doing all of them? Like it was all just a marketing stunt. I can see that happen.
That would be actually kind of cool, but there's some of these that I don't think would ever survive. Like what was the one in the first round that was stupid?
JD.
What was the one that we were making fun of the other week?
Oh, here we go. Which is gonna be everyone?
What is it?
Say, I don't know. He's about something genuine, or he's about to get himself cancelled. Which is it gonna be?
No, I'm not saying JLQ. Please, okay. I'm not stupid. I'm not stupid. I'm a decent figure in the IGCC. I'm not stupid. But okay. No. I've actually got no problem with JLQ, and I could actually see that becoming a book. But anyway,
I can't believe
Batwoman and Aqualad on a team. That'd be cool. I think it was Etta Candy Holiday Hero.
Yeah, Etta Candy. Like with that, who would want Etta Candy book? Etta Candy. You just put Etta Candy in Harper's head for the next like 10 years.
I can't say it without saying eat a fucking candy. Good lord.
Oh, another swear. Jesus.
Fuck.
But there were some other stupid ones. So it would be cool if they took like whatever made it to the like final 2 rounds or whatever, like top 8 or I don't know.
Yeah. It's weird that they didn't do like a losing bracket because it's so strange that they put Robins against JLQ because it felt like JLQ could have made it up a lot.
Well, yeah, but what was there? Like, was it randomized? Like, it's odd how some things have gone up against others. Like, I don't know. It is very odd to me.
Oh, that's it for the news of the week. So we're actually on the comics segment.
Oh my god, we did it. That was the longest 50 minutes of my life.
I just wanted to give you guys current updates on Twitter because I just went on Twitter. Green Lanterns is losing pretty handedly to Zatanna. No! Zatanna's got 61.8%, while Green Lantern has 38%.
I can't believe
and that's what 8,800 votes. I've been informed that Twitter is quite horny for Zatanna, so.
Oh, of course, it's horny.
They should be for Kyle Rayner though.
Yeah, he do be
and
hot too.
Kilowog.
Facts.
Yep. Hunter and I, the two guys on the podcast, just appreciating hot dudes.
Kyle Rayner.
Jesus. Robbins is at 65% over Lobo and Animal Man. Jesse Quick is down right.
Cares about Lobo.
Blue Beetle is leading on Jesse Quick, 58-41, and the Suicide Squad is leading just slightly over Superman and Lois, 51.3 to 40.
I think Robbins is going to win in the end.
Yeah,
in the end, I do want Green Lantern to win, but I'm okay with Robbins. I'll buy it.
If they could take 2 books from this, GL and Robbins, I'd read them both. Honestly, I would.
Yeah, for sure. They're on my pull list, 100%. Now for the comics of the week. What do you guys want to do first? Oh, probably King in Black. That's the big one.
I think King in Black because it's the only one I read.
That's the only one you read?
I only read.
Welcome to my world. Only reading one.
I read it 10 minutes before the show.
I read a lot of comics, and I will talk deeply about them all for the list.
Okay, well, see, I will tune out. See, they're right about me.
Ta-da! King in Black. This is the finale for the Donny Cates huge event, King in Black, about about the goddess symbiote Null coming down to Earth to conquer the Earth, and Venom is a major player in this. Who would have thought if a year ago someone told you, hey, one of your favorite comic events is going to be a Venom event?
Venom, it's absurd. It's so absurd.
I love this. Harper, did you like
so did I. It's fucking incredible.
It's so good. JD, you missed out on a really
how would you feel about Donny Cates writing Captain America? Because I heard someone
Donny Cates could write fucking anything.
I heard someone say that on I think Instagram where they were like, oh, Donny Cates would be cool on Cap.
That would be really cool, actually. My dream book for Cates is Spider-Man, but I think he'd be good on Cap for sure. He's good at taking a character and just beating them up and then making them rise again. Like Venom.
Yeah, break him down and build him up.
In 2018, he had Venom, Eddie Brock, just like he was doing drugs and he was thinking about his past where he actually ran over a kid when he was drunk driving and he was thinking about like his terrible father. And they made him so cool.
I was thinking that if I was an Eddie Brock fan, this would be like the coolest comic in the world because not only of the content that's there, like God of Light and being like this badass, like final hero in this story, but also God, he looks so cool.
Mm-hmm.
He just like it's the best design ever. It looks so
for Venom.
Amazing. Yes, well for him too. Just like the bearded, he's like
he looks
Bane and Aquaman mixed together with like a fucking Venom suit. That's the coolest thing.
And even then, like his eyes are glowing now.
Yeah, look at that shit.
He's got like the galaxy in his skin.
The Venom fans out there, like I'm so happy for them because this is like it, man.
This is the Venom comic.
Venom fans get King in Black, and I got Civil War in 2007.
Were you reading comics when Civil War came out?
Oh, okay. Absolutely.
Harper was like 3 years old when Civil War.
So what was your first?
Than you.
What was your first read through of Civil War? Like, how much had you read before that? A lot or a little?
Not a lot. I think I'd read 2 or 3 Iron Man books, and I
you
remember
always
reading
dislike
it
or no?
I was just bored. I just didn't care. But at the time, I didn't have any concept of this is stupid because blah, blah, blah. I was just like, I don't really care for this. And then when I read it more in my adult life, I was like, this is
stupid because blah, blah, blah.
This is stupid because blah, blah, blah. And I'm bored still.
Yeah, I first read Civil War when I was a kid. It was my first Marvel trade. And I just got it because
that was your first Marvel trade.
Yeah, it was. It was Iron Man fighting Captain America. Whoa.
That's what I mean. It should be that. Luckily, there's a movie that's good.
Way better.
Fucking amazing.
And I read it, and I remember being confused because I didn't know who many people were. Like, okay, that's Spider-Man, and he's fighting. But then I read it recently, just a couple months ago during my Avengers binge, and wow, that is a bad comic.
A bad comic.
They're just like, hey, you like Tony Stark? We don't.
We don't. Even you like Captain America? We don't.
They just destroy
just
those
make
two
everyone
characters.
an asshole.
To the point where
I've had it on my shelf for 4 years. I don't think I've opened it once. I mean, I've read it. Like I read it out of the library when I first started reading comics. But
well, JD,
I own the trade, but I don't think I've ever opened it.
You're doing an Avengers binge soon, right?
Yes, I guess I'll have to read it.
You'll have to read it, and then you'll. The only good part about Civil War is there's this one panel where the Thing and Luke Cage are carrying like rubble, and it's shaped as an L, and I think that's so funny.
You just said that to me like L.
Yeah, it's one of the first pages too. I think it's so funny. But yeah, King and Black. Oh, we started talking about the history of us reading Civil War there. Such a cool book.
It was awesome.
JD, you got to read this one day because oh my god.
There's actually not a lot to say. I mean, we assemble moment. We get Venom just like wiping the floor with Null, which was amazing.
We get this.
Oh yeah, yes, he turns Silver Surfer's board into a sword and holds Mjolnir, which is just
he's
insanity.
worthy in a way. So
yeah, Thor's just like that shouldn't be happening.
Literally, so Thor says Mjolnir, he summoned Mjolnir. That should be, and then you see Silver Surfer just smile and goes, impossible.
Yeah, impossible. Yeah, that's awesome.
I love he was smiling there. Granted, when does this take place? Because currently in the Thor comics, which is written by Donny Cates as well, Mjolnir's worthy enchantment's gone. Like it doesn't work anymore.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Anyone could lift the hammer, but you could just lift the hammer. You can't necessarily summon it, or at least we haven't seen just a regular person.
Yeah, he was
it.
using it with power. Like,
yeah,
that
so
was
maybe Venom is worthy here. If not,
well, he sucked it out of Thor's hands, so he has to be some level of like worthy enough to rip it from Thor.
Yeah, and then turn it into that. I like how the axe is like a Venom logo too. In a way, it's like a little. Subtle.
Holy shit, it is too. Wow.
Yeah, you got the little ticks.
I totally missed that. That's amazing.
What a
cool as issue, man. That's so
and he defeats Null the same way as Null beat him in like issue 1.
He puts him in the fucking sun. He blasts him into the sun.
He literally, he takes Null,
he
throws
axes his chest, flies him into space, and throws him into the sun. And he disintegrates.
Yeah. And he says, "This is for Dylan."
Yeah.
And he just stands there when he does it.
Yeah, that's wild. What a cool event! Like, who would have thought?
Yeah, that a Venom comic.
Yeah, exactly. It would be my favorite book of the year at the moment.
Yeah, literally. It's going to be hard to beat this. We don't know what the next event's going to be from Marvel. I guess.
Oh, can we introduce this into the show? I don't know if you guys have done this. I don't pay enough attention to this stupid show. Yep. Do you guys at the end of the year do your like, okay, here's the best book of the year, like best single issue, best trade, best...
I think we did it for the end of 2020, but it was like for more of a decade aspect.
Okay, we should do it for this year and break it down into categories. It'll be like a celebration.
Could be hard to beat this, to be honest.
Best DC book, best Marvel book, and then you can put those up against each other and pick what was the best of either one, and then
we could do best character and worst
character for sure. Yeah, best new character.
New characters aren't always introduced, but Ghostmaker. I guess he's not even 20.
What do you mean? New characters aren't always introduced. I'm just talking about whoever the new characters are.
Oh, okay, yeah, fair enough.
Oh, they might introduce someone next year, but
yeah,
just saying like what we.
My favorite new character of 2021 is Nightwing's dog.
Oh, Haley, yeah, she's gonna win.
Absolutely be up there.
She's gonna win.
A lot of future state people probably like Yara Floor and shit.
Oh
like
yeah,
that.
I guess there already is a ton
the
of
new Flash and all of that. There'll be like a bunch of future state people, I imagine.
Yeah, definitely. Plus Yara's series is looking pretty promising so far, so
yep,
I'll be reading that.
Fucking Tim Fox or Jace Fox or whatever the fuck he goes by now. That dude.
Yeah. I guess he's technically not new, but yeah.
Well, fair.
Yeah, I know what you mean though. His Batman is new. The issue ends extremely suddenly, but I guess there's still an epilogue to come, which is Venom issue 200, which was delayed. Thank Jerry actually told me that it was delayed. So
who's that? Sorry, I don't know who that is.
He's
anyway.
Yeah. It ends with this really nice page of Venom just like looking out into the world as the symbiotes start to float up.
Oh yeah, that's cool.
Eddie Brock is now the god.
Why did it get delayed?
I don't know.
Oh.
It was just delayed.
Sorry.
So yeah, it's ending with Eddie Brock becoming the King of Black, which was predicted because the cover of Venom issue 200 was Venom on a throne. So
yeah,
wow,
creaky ass chair.
I could see this even being so popular that it gets adapted in like 30 years from now.
Yes, an
like
adaptation.
a long
30 years?
20, I'll say 20.
Civil War got adapted, what, not even 10 years after it came out?
Yeah, but
it
it's
was
Venom.
9
They gotta
years.
really develop Venom if they want to do this.
Dude, Tom Hardy, they can make that Venom too.
They could do it maybe Venom. If Venom 3 introduces Dylan Brock, then there's and Null, like gets the voice of Null in his head, then there's a chance that it could be adapted.
I like that you think that they would set it up over time and not just fucking do it.
Damn it.
They might just do it.
But yeah, they'll change the name of Venom 2, Let There Be Carnage, to Venom 2, King of Blood.
Oh, okay, actually, Venom King in Black would be a cool name for a movie.
Venom
That
3.
would, yeah.
Venom 2, The Electric Boogaloo.
Stop using that joke. We're past
I love that
it.
joke. I love that joke.
Venom.
We're not about to get down. Get down.
I give that issue. I give that issue like a 9 out of 10.
Yeah, I would say the same.
But the story
I give like 9.5 out of 10. Like it was.
Oh, right, because it's the end. I forgot we do this on this stupid thing.
One time Hunter raided a arc, and someone messaged.
Oh, was this Batman Joker War?
Yes, yeah. Someone took like his average ratings of each Joker War issue, and it didn't match whatever his.
Okay, it's because I enjoyed Joker War.
Who that was, but that was hilarious.
But the ending was so disappointing that
I don't know why I saw that. Did they message a hero story?
Maybe they did.
For some reason, I saw this. I was like, "That's hilarious."
In his defense, you can watch like this is a philosophy I've always had. You watch a movie, right, and the first 2 acts are like a 10 out of 10. You're like, I love this. If the final act of that movie is a letdown, proactively will make those other acts feel not as good in your head.
Exactly.
To me, you can have a opening, and if the rest of the movie or whatever it is carries it, then you're fine. But if an ending is bad, you retroactively look back and go, that wasn't as good because I know where it leads to now, and what it led to isn't that enjoyable. And it retroactively makes all of that go.
I thought Joker War was going to have like Bruce or Joker die at the end. Like I was expecting.
Yeah, I think we all did thought anything was going to happen.
And then it's just like, oh, Joker escaped again. Where could he be?
Oh, well.
Why didn't Harley blow his head off? Like, what an ending that would be.
I totally expected that. And then it didn't happen. So that's why, because I enjoy Joker War mostly for the art. But by the end, it was like, oh, man, that sucks.
Yep.
It's like, it's kind of like WandaVision in a way where people's expectations were so high for that ending. And then it's just the witches throwing things at each other. So
laser
like,
fight.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
So... Granted, King of Black did have a good ending, so I give the whole series. I give King of Black as a whole 9.5 out of 10, and I would say it's in my top 10 best comic events I've ever read.
Events, I mean, probably, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, events typically aren't
stiff competition.
Great, yeah.
I mean, I've read quite a few really good events.
It's better than any DC Crisis. There you go. Whatever.
Do you like it better than? Do you like it better than Darkseid War?
No.
Yeah. Yes.
Oh, you do? Okay. No, I understand if you do.
Because I don't care about Darkseid.
Yeah, I love Darkseid Wars. So
I like Volume 1 of Darkseid.
Yeah. What do you give the whole story, Carper? You haven't said yet.
I give it the same thing. I give it a 9.5. I don't care.
Nice.
I may have given an issue like a 5 out of 10 one week. I don't give a shit. It's the best comic book I've ever read in my entire life. There you go.
Wow. Yeah, we must be an
Put that out of context. There has never been a book better than that.
I want to take that clip and just apply that to other comics. Like put that over like All-Star Batman and Robin the Boy Wonder, and have you say, this is the best comic I've ever read.
What are you? Are you dense? Are you? I'm not gonna say. Can you imagine? What a book! Who fucking put pen to paper?
All right,
on that
now I'm
book?
gonna go fuck Black Canary. Go to the cave and go eat some bats.
What is that book, man? What are they doing?
Frank Miller said 9/11 really messed them up.
Yeah, Frank Miller's done a lot to apologize.
He literally
for some of his shitty
single-handedly ended the All-Star imprint because the All-Star Superman, and then that came out. They were supposed to be like an All-Star imprint of like, you know, basically the Ultimate Universe for DC, and single-handedly ended it.
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
but like how
All-Star Superman, All-Star Batman and Robin, the Boy Wonder. There was supposed to be a bunch of other ones, and just ruined it.
Yeah.
How are you Frank Miller and you sit there?
I don't think they've ever ended.
I'm gonna make
right?
Batman. I'm gonna make
Only 10 issues
Batman
ago.
say the R slur. I'm gonna make him just absolute bastard. Like, come on, man.
To Robin.
Yeah, to Robin as like he wasn't even saying it to an enemy.
He does Black Canary on like a motorcycle.
I mean, who wouldn't?
It's like, Robin, we need to go to the Batcave, paint everything yellow, and just beat the hell out of Green
amazing.
Lantern.
Yes.
I remember when I was first learning about comics on Wikipedia, like that was on the Dick Grayson Wikipedia page, and I was so lost. I was like, what? I was like, oh, maybe I'll understand when I actually read the comic.
Didn't we do a
and then I read the
Q&A,
comic
like,
and I was still like,
2 weeks ago? That's a retcon that I like. That Green Lantern isn't weak to yellow anymore.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's very stupid.
Yeah, that was. Oh, hey Harper, you're kind of doing a view like me.
Change camera position. You know, we're streaming now.
Yeah.
Hey, audience there. Hi, Hunter and JD. How you going, guys?
What are you playing?
Fortnite.
Oh, God, make it end. Can we end this episode right now?
No, we gotta talk about Batman.
I think we should.
Harper, what if we just leave the call? Hunter wouldn't even know what to do.
No, I would know exactly what to do.
That's a great idea.
Try me.
What?
I would review Batman.
By yourself?
Yeah.
No one would listen to it, dude. You are not the reason people listen to this show.
Damn. Wow.
Got him.
Dude, you killed
it so
him.
much. It's okay. You guys can leave if you want. I'll talk about Batman. It's okay. It's okay.
What-
It's fine.
The art looked great in that one. I was tempted to buy it only because I saw Jorge Jimenez's Oracle, and I was like, damn, it looks so good.
Yeah, look at this guy getting the vaccine. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
No.
The CDC is gonna like grab this episode now and like put
I'm
the COVID warning on
joking.
it.
Get the vaccine.
Oh my God, I hope that happens. I hope that
Hunter's-
happens. That's so
Hunter
funny.
is anti-vax confirmed.
No, I'm not at all. This
That
reminded
wouldn't
me
even
of Court of
surprise me,
Owls.
coming from Hunter.
I'm not.
Dude, Oracle
Well, you
looks so
just-
good on that
You
page.
seem like that kind
Oh,
of guy.
Oracle?
So good. That made
Like right there?
single-handedly made me want to pick up the book.
Okay, so a lot of people are actually saying this. I actually got a follower message me this, and I saw a discussion on Reddit. Tynion's Batman started. I said his name right? Wrong?
Tynan.
Tynan.
Yeah.
Sorry, yeah, I wasn't sure if that was right or wrong. Tynion's Batman run starts at issue 106. This is issue 107 right here. All of it before was a prologue, and it was wrapping up, and it was adding his characters in. This is where it starts because it got so good as of last
Does
issue.
this mean I need to pick up the book again?
Dude, I will show you one page just for the art alone. It's not even anything like special. It's just the lighting and everything was like, whoa.
I think I've absolutely fucked the aesthetic of this show by doing this.
Damn.
Yeah.
Looks so good.
Yeah.
Just when I thought I was out, they pull me back in.
It's really good, JD. So if you get a hand.
It's a Godfather 3. It's a Godfather 3 reference. Hunter wouldn't understand it because he hasn't watched the Godfather movies.
No,
You
I
also
haven't.
told him not to watch 3 anyway, so like
Mhm.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, so I feel like I should just watch
I might have to buy Batman again.
It's really, really good. Like Harper, even you plan on reading this, right?
I actually don't know what we're talking about. What is it?
We're talking about Batman.
Right, yes, Batman. I've hit that point in the show.
Like,
Am I going to read Batman?
Even Harley's good in this, where she takes down just some random guy who's trying to be a masked villain, calls himself Stabbo, and she's just like, "That's
Fuck you know.
She literally hits him with a bat and goes like, "That's stupid as hell. No, you're going to
That-
prison." kind of
Yeah,
thing.
that's the you had that.
And she recognizes him from Arkham, being like, "Oh, you're off your meds, aren't you?" Yeah, Harley Quinzel. Yeah, we met. kind of thing. So she talks him down, and then the police come, and they're just like, "Whoa, you got him, Harley?" And she's like, "Yeah, I did. I'm Batman's new sidekick." And they're just like, "Well, Harley, you're under arrest. You're still a criminal."
Yeah, exactly.
And so Harley's just like, "Whoa, no, I work for Batman now." And a cop comes over, and she hits the cop over the head with a bat. So she basically assaults this cop, and
Yeah,
she's
that'll do
right
it.
when she does it, she goes, "Oh, nerds!" And she looks around, and these
Mhm.
police are starting to surround her. And then a smoke bomb comes, and it's Ghostmaker, so Tiny's character,
Cool.
who comes and goes to save her, and she just looks at him and like backs away. She's like, "Ghostface," and he literally says,
Ghostface.
"Not quite, but you're in a ballpark, and it looks like you could use an assist." She goes, "Why are you helping me?" He says, "Well, Batman is busy, and I'm pretty easily bored in this town. Plus, you fascinate me." So just kind of saves her.
Romance
Yeah.
going on there.
Oh, something going on.
It's just like JD and I.
Yep. I'm sorry, I'm gonna spoil this, but issue ends with them finding out something going down with Scarecrow's fear toxin. So they go. By the way, the whole Scarecrow's part of
Harper's got his headphones.
really, really well written. This was the best written Batman issue yet. Just the whole concept, like Scarecrow actually feels like he has a plan that makes sense and is working. But the issue ends with them finding out where it is, but they're just like, Batman, you can't just go in there, beat people up, and try to get this drug. Like, you got to
like, yes, I can. I'm literally Batman. That's what
So
I
it
do.
ends with Batman going over in a disguise saying, name's Matches. Tell them.
Matches Malone.
Yeah, he comes back as Matches Malone.
Excellent. Brilliant. I will read it now. That's awesome. That's
Matches
great.
is back. There's a side story at the end that I briefly read.
He's back.
He's back.
He's back.
He's back.
There's like a flashback story at the end with Ghostmaker, just going over his history. It does confirm that Ghostmaker's bisexual, so that was kind of cool.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, but it's just going over his history of how he like takes out a lot of people. Oh yeah, Bruce and Harley, Ghostmaker.
Oh my god, people would they'd lose their shit if DC made Batman bi.
Remember when they made Star-Lord bi and so many people were angry? And if you could
as
tell,
if they've ever read a Star-Lord comic.
It doesn't help that some movie fact pages are posting pictures of Chris Pratt.
Chris Pratt.
Yeah, they're just like, Star-Lord's bisexual, and everyone's like, wow! It's like,
I think we could rant for an hour about people who get so mad about that. It's like, as if that's ever going to affect your life. Who cares? Shut up.
And I guarantee the movies aren't even going to go down that path in the end. So
yeah,
they have their own story.
Who cares if they did? Get over it.
Yeah, literally.
Come on, like, Jesus.
Oh God, I punched my mic.
You punched it. You fully punched it.
I went to grab a comic book there, but I'll just quickly say Spider-Man wasn't that good this week.
Excellent. Didn't read it.
I'll give Batman like a 9 out of 10, but Spider-Man was so boring. I just skimmed through it. I was like, I don't.
That's why I didn't read it before the show, because I was like, this looks.
It was about his roommate, so I was like,
this whole arc seems terrible.
Fascinating.
What are you saying?
Every
Harper?
character is bad. MJ fucking sucks. Peter sucks. Harry sucks. Gwen especially fucking awful character. I don't know why anyone.
We're
talking about Spider-Man.
You like when Gwen broke her neck?
Dude, fuck, that was so good. I wish there was a whole comic that was just like dumb ways to die, and it was just her breaking her neck.
Check out Spider-Man Lotus coming next year.
Coming fall. Hi, I'm Gavin J. Knapp, writer and director of Spider-Man Lotus, coming fall 2021.
You know, if you shave
your
beard, you might look like Gavin. Because Gavin,
if I shape it, shave it.
I was gonna say,
I don't look anything like Gavin.
Yeah,
but Gavin kind of just looks like everyone. So,
yeah, he does look like every white guy in fucking history. I can't even do his face. He's got like a pouty little bitch face.
Gavin's the new Davey in this episode.
I'm curious. I think Gavin has like mixed opinion on the modern Spider-Man run. So.
What do you mean mixed opinion?
No, at times you're just like, you know what, that was pretty good, and other times you're just like, I don't know why they're still writing this stuff. This isn't Gwen Stacy.
Yeah, this drives me up the wall. Yeah, he's mad.
Yeah, but at times I've noticed Gavin's just like, okay, that was pretty good. That was pretty good that you did.
Because Gavin's someone who's just like, for the first 100 issues of the original Spider-Man run, like that's where it's at. And I'm like, how the fuck do you read that? How do you read that?
Actually, the early day Spider-Man ones are legitimately all right.
I mean, the dialogue's wretched. Don't get me wrong.
That's what I mean.
Everything has an exclamation point. Like, it's terrible. But
I was about to say
the
that.
actual stories, like what Steve Ditko is trying to do, is amazing. It's just Stan Lee's dialogue kind of ruins it.
Hey, what did you fucking say about me?
Don't make me come down there.
Don't make me come down there. See, writing in the 60s was fun, but now I'm paying for it because of this podcast.
Is it because you're on LSD, Stan?
I was on a lot of things at the time, but
Stan, what's your favorite?
I was about to go so dark that I don't think the show could handle it.
Stan, what's your favorite memory of the 60s?
My favorite memory of the 60s is me fucking Jack Kirby. While on a shitload of drugs.
Yeah, you fucked him out of a lot of credits and
I fucked him and then fucked his career.
Stan Lee's a really good person, guys. I really like Stan.
I shot Jack Kirby up
really
with
like
heroin
Geoff Johns.
without even asking him.
JD says with tears in his eyes.
You ruined him.
This is crazy. What are we doing here?
I read Crime Syndicate. I actually like the Crime
Why are
Syndicate.
you reading that? I mean, I when I saw the solicitation for this book, I was like, wow, they're gonna get one sale and it's from Hunter, because who the fuck else would read that?
I like the Crime Syndicate, and this book is really funny. I'll say it's funny. I don't know if it means to be funny, but it's funny. It's basically just the original Justice League tale of Starro attacking, but you get to see these evil versions of heroes doing really stupid things. Oliver Queen's the president, and he hires Donna as his mistress at a time, and then an attack breaks out, and Ultraman comes to like take Donna because he needs Donna's help. And
Wait, Donna.
My name is
Donna
Oliver
Troy.
Queen. For
Donna
4 years,
Troy's
I was on a
mistress?
hellish island.
Yeah.
But now I'm back.
Weird.
Thank you, Harper. Yeah,
I'm
it
just
is
trying to
very
make a
weird.
difference.
But
My name is
Ultraman's
Earl.
just like, I need your help, and Green Arrow's like, me? He's like, no, not you. I need Donna. And Donna says, well, first Donna says, who, President Queen? Who, President Queen? Meh, you can have him. He really wasn't that good anyways. And Oliver's just says, Donna, how could you say that? I always hit the target.
Oh my god.
That actually happened.
Yikes.
Oh,
Yep,
well,
poor guy.
As a Donna
Hit
Troy
the
fan,
target.
yikes.
Yeah, no, not good if you're a Donna fan.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Do you think people will be mad about the canon of this show now that I've outed our fictional version of Stan Lee as bi?
No.
Yeah,
don't
think
think
about
so.
that.
I think
Wow.
a Hero Story listeners aren't like we're comic fans. I don't think
Yeah,
people
and
are
like
canon.
also I want to say from now on, to preserve the vision that I have for this character, I would like to present all of his appearances in 4x3.
Oh god.
and in black and white because Justin's
I
black
gotta say
and
though,
red.
Harper, that video that you cut on your account was like one of my favorite things you've ever done.
It's
Like,
so
like
much
you could
fun.
tell it's one of the only things that you've done that I actually like, because I shared it to my story. Zing. Yeah.
I will say
That killed.
No, it was very well edited though.
for some reason for me it looks like you're doing it like the middle of the night. You seem quiet, but you're also like this close to the camera.
Yeah, I was very much like, okay.
I liked it. It was like the
man.
Blair Witch comic project.
I very much enjoyed. Yeah, this is
This
exactly
is
what
I bought this and I don't remember why. Anyway,
yeah,
like
this is what I
Har-
bought. Anyway.
Harper, when I open my CGC books, like I'm gonna need you to edit it so I could look like Zack Snyder. I want to drink coffee in slow
Oh,
mo.
there they are up on the wall. Anyway,
was that a little Wonder Woman theme there that you're going for?
ancient lamination.
Ancient
No, it
laminations.
wasn't. I don't have the.
I'll review my last comment before JD gets to his. Green Lantern.
That voice break.
I was hoping no.
Green Lantern.
Green Lantern came out, guys.
You guys were a bunch of grown.
Drew told me it was bad. Drew scared me off.
I thought it was decent. It was a good start. Okay, we
heard
haven't
decent
had
too.
like a regular Green Lantern issue in a while since, Future State happened. But then even before that, it was Green Lantern season 2 by Grant Morrison, which was weird. It didn't really feel like Green Lantern. So it's good to have like a story about the Green Lantern Corps again. And that's what this book is about. If you told me this was written by Bendis, I believe you, though. There is a lot of dialogue at times, which is necessary for the story because the story is pretty major at the moment. Also, Teen Lantern's a big character in this, and the whole plot point is about the United Planets. So 2 Bendis things right there. It's the plot in general is basically the United Planets are kind of going crazy because Superman and John were just like, "Hey, we're doing the United Planets. See ya," and they left. And so the whole galaxy is just like, "How the hell are we gonna do this?" Because Superman announced this and then he just dipped. But see, people seem to be okay with it. So there's all the planets deciding to join or not join. Everyone wants to join, but some of the planets don't want to accept other planets into this. It's a little odd because some planets that are accepted include Sinestro's planet of fear, where they're just like, yeah, you can be a United planet here. So they're actually going to be a part of it. They don't accept the Green Lanterns at first, though. They don't want the Green Lanterns on there because the Green Lanterns are the cops of the universe, and they don't really want someone with so much power and law over everyone to be a part of this United Planets. Eventually, they have a depowering scene where all the Green Lanterns, they get together. John kind of goes like, you know what? I understand we have too much power here. So in brightest day and blackest night. And then everyone starts to chant, no evil shall escape our sight, and do the do the whole oath as they take off their rings and depower, and then everyone kind of accepts them for who they are and be like, all right, you can join the United Planets. It does end as one person freaks out during the council and shoots a Guardian, killing it. So one of the Guardians is dead, and the next issue is called Funeral for a Guardian.
Yeah.
Hal Jordan was in this. Jon Stewart was in this. Guy Gardner was in this. Kyle Rayner was in this. Simon Baz was in this. Jessica Cruz was brought up at one point. She's on a mission right now. It's cool. It's like,
is Teen Lantern in it? Because they're on the cover.
Yeah, they're on the cover.
Okay. Oh, okay.
It's but her purpose isn't just like, oh, she's a part of the Corps. It's Simon and John are dealing with her. They're like, what the hell do we do with this child? It's like, she has something as strong as a lantern ring, but it's not a lantern ring. What do we do with her? So they're just kind of watching over her right now. She doesn't really have a purpose in the story yet, but they're definitely building up to something, at least. Also, one thing that they might have not been able to say here, but Hal Jordan says that he can't be there right now. He's just a hologram because he's the Green Lantern of Earth and he's dealing with the Justice League. So Bendis said that there's more members of the Justice League that we haven't seen yet. Hal Jordan might be one of them. So cool. I like that.
That's Jeff Thorne's wish, is to get him out of a Green Lantern series.
Yeah, I was about to say, doesn't he hate Hal?
Yeah, he does hate Hal, so I guess that's his reasoning for getting
him.
him
And Hal are definitely not Hal and pals.
Nice, dude. That was
Thanks,
good.
bro.
Yeah,
Thanks,
that was
dude.
good. Oh, my jabroni, that was good.
I found out my
get
next
that you
video
like
idea. I want you guys to know.
Oh,
I
yeah.
just got sent this. Maybelline New York is doing a bunch of different mascaras and and lip gloss, and they're Marvel themed. So I'm going to buy the Iron Man ones and do a makeup tutorial
On yourself?
Yes, on myself.
Check
Have
out
you done
Comic
makeup before?
Check out Comic Rebirth on YouTube, and
I did theater for like 9 years, buddy.
Did you actually?
Yes. I wouldn't talk like this, like, if I hadn't have done that. I'd be like, hey guys, I really like Iron Man. No, this is all a byproduct of that.
I thought that just other people did your makeup though, and that I wasn't sure that you did your own makeup. That's impressive.
No, we did like, it sounds weird. We looked like pandas. We did like eye makeup to make us look dead because we were doing like a totalitarian 1984 kind of society where everything had fallen apart and we were all, slaves to the system.
Society.
Yeah, we were living in a society where decency has become a distant memory or whatever it was.
And you got to reach around
Honor.
for Joker.
Who do you
I'm your
think
best friend.
screamed the
I'm your
loudest?
best friend.
The girl
I'm your best friend.
or the boy?
You sent a boy to do a man's job.
Hello, it's Arthur Morgan here.
You got
Oh,
tuberculosis?
Arthur, how
sister.
many times do I have to tell you? I got a plan.
Dutch, you always got a plan. You always got a plan and a half, but you got
Listen to
nothing
me,
now.
Arthur. We get the money.
No,
we
Dutch. You
we
were
go
like
to
a father to me.
Tahiti. In Tahiti, we can live. We can be sipping on fancy drinks and just be sitting watching the ocean.
There's always a goddamn train.
Listen, you gotta listen to him, Arthur. When we get to Tahiti, we'll be safe.
Arthur, you gotta listen to him.
We'll be safe when we get to Tahiti, and then we can live without the law chasing us all the time.
I'm afraid.
That was brilliantly well acted.
Thank you.
Again, if only we had a voice acting thing to do, like
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
like a
only-
project,
got
some
paid
sort
for
of
that.
some
project.
sort of project about Doomsday Clock.
I only got paid for that.
Oh, nice.
It was a lot of work, and then I lost my computer got self-destructed. Well, it didn't,
Alright.
but I lost a lot of files on there. But yeah, JD, you read a comic that you want to talk about your favorite writer that you love and
Favorite writer that you love unconditionally.
And would interview on a hero story. Yes. This is
I don't even know what this is about.
Written by beep beep and illustrated by
this is Geiger by Gary Frank, Geoff Johns, and Brad Anderson. The creative team behind Doomsday Clock. I actually didn't know what it was about either, but I had subscribed to it because I like the creative team behind it.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, you do.
I don't like these giggles every time I will say something Jeff related. But anyway, I watched the trailer. Image Comics actually did like a YouTube trailer for it. It was like a minute-long trailer. And that's how I kind of got information right before I read it. It's set on like a post-nuclear war Earth. and it's about like the people surviving around that. This first issue kind of set up, the Earth, the original nuclear explosion that caused the Earth to be like this, and basically the main character Geiger, he was putting his family inside a like a bomb shelter as the nuke was going off, but his neighbors came up and shot him, and he couldn't get inside. But he told his family like to lock themselves inside, and the nuke fell on him and his dog, and then we jumped to 30 years later. So now Geiger is like this big radioactive glowing guy, and he's like kind of like a legend of this area. Like they're not sure if he even exists. Chernobyl. Everyone else has to be in like this like spacesuit looking thing, but they talk about the man who doesn't wear the spacesuit, which is Geiger. And his dog, which was like this little tiny dog, is now like a big two-headed like demon hell dog.
Fuck so, yeah! I mean, hell yeah.
Some of makes sense because demon. I was complimenting Harper. You can continue. You don't have to stop. You can just keep talking.
I don't even know what that was.
There's a lot of cool art. I mean,
it's so loud.
It's Gary Frank, so there's some really great panels. And it's Brad Anderson who's really good on the colors. I want to find this one panel when they actually showed Geiger glowing right there. Yeah, that's some cool stuff. So
that reminds me of Atomic Skull.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking when I
Yes,
saw it.
yeah.
But anyway, I really enjoyed the first issue. I thought it was interesting, and it kept me interested enough to buy another one. So yeah.
Oh, that's good. You're single-handedly upholding that, horrible man's career.
Love you, Geoff Johns.
Mad Ghost.
Mad Ghost.
You can love his work, but you don't have to love him.
Do you love him?
I will not answer on the podcast.
JD, do you know what happened with? Did you know what he did to Ray Fisher? He was the guy who played Cyborg.
Yeah.
No, I'm not familiar. Who's Ray Fisher?
He played Cyborg in Justice is Great.
The only Cyborg I know about is on the TV show Doom Patrol, which is far more important.
Oh no! Oh no! That's gonna be clipped.
That's guys, listeners that are canceling me right now. I'm obviously kidding. Listen, I
cannot wait for the show next week when it's me, Hunter, and Tyler. It's gonna be awesome.
JD has been canceled as the title.
Can we kick JD off of his own fucking podcast?
They clipped what I said about JLQ out of context, so it seems like I'm like, yeah,
he's like one of those stupid books.
Yeah.
And now that's gonna get clipped.
Yeah. I could kick him. I just found out I could.
Oh, God. You can kick him. You should kick JD and then we'll end the episode.
JD, I won't. It's okay. It's okay.
This is why sometimes I kind of wish Harper was in charge of the Zoom call so he could just like.
I think I should be one week. I think it would be very funny. Hunter. Oh no, you didn't! You did! Oh my God! You kicked him! You monster!
I feel so bad. I have to call him. Hold on.
You did it! Oh my God!
I feel so
I can't believe you did that!
Hold on, I'm calling him. I'm calling him.
Well, listeners of the show, if you wanted to know what it's like with just Hunter and I, this is it.
I don't want this.
You don't want this? I can't believe you did that.
JD, join back. Come on, answer the phone. Answer the phone. Answer the phone.
You're gonna have to edit this out, man. This is gonna take so long for phone. Oh my God, he's definitely gone to bed.
Why is he not looking at his phone? JD, I'm so sorry.
I don't know.
I'm so sorry.
Wow. Okay. Well, I have that listener call-in thing if you want me to play it.
Didn't join.
No.
Oh, he's calling. Hold on.
JD,
join back. I'm so sorry. Join back.
Oh, I was gonna do my outro from here.
You can join back. I feel bad. I feel really bad. I'm sorry.
I was shocked. That really genuinely shocked me.
Harper was very shocked. He did like the purple thing where he's like,
I couldn't believe that. I gotta say, this camera angle's doing wonders to me. I look hot as.
You were unable to rejoin this meeting because you were previously removed by the.
You can't.
Oh my God! He can't rejoin because you removed him.
Because you were previously removed by the host. That's hilarious.
That's amazing. You can't add him back. That's it. That's the show. He was still talking about fucking Geiger.
What?
Can they hear me on the podcast? podcast right
Yeah,
sort of.
To Hero Story listeners out there who may be wondering where did JD go, I've evolved beyond the need for JD on the podcast. I have now become JD on the phone. Going forward, because of my support for a certain writer, I guess this is all the screen time I'll be getting. So for Hero Story listeners who enjoy JD, check out History of the Flash, and have a pleasant night.
I'm so sorry. I feel so bad.
I love that Harper. I can't even see Harper, but I know he's enjoying this. I know he's just.
I'm fucking loving it.
He is. He just said he is.
Wow.
Okay, well, end the show.
I'm sorry, JD. We'll end it. We'll end
Oh
it.
my god, I can't believe you did
Bye
that.
bye, Hero Story. For Hero Story, I'm JD.
And I'm
Hey, I've still got a thing to.
Harper wants to read out something.
Right, I'm gonna play. This is someone's voice message.
He
This
can't
is from
hear you though because I'm wearing headphones.
Okay, you tell
I guess
him
I'll
then.
have to listen to it when I listen to the show.
Yeah, do that then.
JD, I feel
Alright.
so bad. I'm gonna send you money. I'm sorry.
This is from Ethan Veen, aka Psych Fan 1213.
Median, eh?
All right, shut up,
Okay,
JD.
JD, I'll text you in a second.
All right, bye, Leo.
Bye. I feel so bad. Like
I feel terrible. You're a horrible, horrible man. Anyway, here's Ethan.
How's it going, eh? Okay, I wanted to do a voice question because it was my own suggestion, so I thought it'd be a good idea. I had two different questions. One is, what would you guys suggest as a name for me, considering you don't like my current name? I've been looking to change it anyways, so all good there. And also, what advice, besides getting rid of all the fans in your town, would you give to people looking to create a new comic book account? Also, you guys should do more history of characters. Thanks for being awesome, and remember, with great power comes great responsibility.
cool.
He's got a sign off and I don't. I can't even introduce myself properly. I just still go, I'm Harper.
Did he say that we don't like the name Ethan? Why don't we?
No, I made fun of him on the Q&A episode because his name is Psych Fan 1213. And I'm like, if you've got that many numbers in your name, what are you doing, man? Come on. So a better name.
Real quick for Ethan, I'm so sorry if you want JD to be a part of this. I did not mean. I did not
Hunter,
mean.
we're still doing the show. There's no more guilt, okay? It's happened. Next week he'll be back. He was here for the whole show. It's all
I
good.
feel so guilty.
Oh my god, the guilt. Jesus Christ.
Anyways, go
get
ahead.
over it.
Thank you for sending your message, Ethan.
I think he
am-
should be like Mad Psych Fan or something. Or like Ultimate Psych Fan instead of just Psych Fan 1213.
Okay. Yeah. No. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just. Yeah. Get rid of the numbers and you're
Alt.
good.
Yeah, get rid of the numbers, replace it with like a cool word. I think Ultimate is a cool word.
Look at like old superheroes. How they have. It's not just Iron Man. It's the Invincible Iron Man.
Invincible,
It's not
yeah,
just Hulk,
exactly.
it's the Incredible Hulk. The Amazing Spider-Man. The Mighty Thor.
Ultimate Psych Fan.
Yeah.
See?
There you go.
And what was the other
And
thing?
for-
Recommendations for fucking making a comic book account.
Was it account or comics? I thought it was just comics in general.
Shit, I thought it was for a comic book account.
Could you replay the last part?
Fuck, oh my god. It really does fall apart without JD. All right.
Savage.
How's it going, eh? I'm going to hold it off for a second. Oh, fuck it. I'll
So I
play it
thought
again.
it'd be a good idea.
Why didn't you just skip
I
ahead?
had two different questions.
I tried
One
to, I
is, what
couldn't.
would you guys suggest as a name for me, considering you don't like my current name?
We've covered it. Ultimate Psych Fan.
I've been looking to change it anyways, so all good there.
Yeah,
And
no problem.
also, what advice, besides getting rid of all the fans in your town, would you give to people looking to create a new comic book account?
Comic book
Okay.
account.
Okay, my
Account.
bad.
I would say start for like a year, and like what you do is art, right? Like you do art, but like
Art.
all of your art is based off of like references and tracing. And then after a while, you kind of go, I'm not gonna do. After a while, you go, I'm not gonna do art anymore. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna look at Harper's account, Comic Rebirth. Follow me if you don't, but you clearly do. And then I'm just going to steal his kind of like essay format that he has going. And then I'm going to pretend like it's wholly original. And then when he calls me out for it, I'm going to play the victim. I think that is the best way to start a new
So this is how one person started his account at one point. What we're going to suggest is don't do that.
Davian.
Do your own thing. If you want to make art, do that. If you want to make essay posts, you can do essay posts. Harper, you don't control.
Yeah.
You don't.
I don't.
That.
No, just stop copying my style, Davian. He's on holidays for like the next week, so he's not even going to hear this.
I would say do your own thing. Hashtags, if you want to grow the account, hashtags are important. And the best way to grow an account, if you're doing like an Instagram fam account for comic books like we have, comment on other people's posts, including DC's posts and Marvel's posts and even comic books posts, like the comic book account. Just create conversations. Don't be like, follow me, everyone. Be like, talk about whatever the post is about. Reply to people. Join the conversation.
I also say, don't run it as a business. Run it as a personality. Be who you are.
Yeah, definitely.
Like some people are on different levels. Like they don't want to reveal too much about themselves, but which is more personality will lead to people connecting with you more.
Say you wanted to post about King in Black. Don't post about it and be like, this was King in Black. It was about blank. Post about it and give your thoughts on it. Yeah. Tell us what you think. Don't say what it is because we know what it is. Say what you think of the event. Are you a Venom fan? Are you not a Venom fan? Maybe you hate it. That would kind of make you stand out a lot more, but tell the truth, of course.
Maybe even make a really attractive cover slide and then like 2 or 3 panels of like your thoughts and then put it out as like an essay or something. That would be good.
Put pictures in it too. Just of the current event, what's happening. Be like, hey, this is about Venom, so maybe have a picture of like from one of the issues of the panels. But yeah, that's my advice to grow an account.
Yeah, I think.
And JD would probably say the same thing. I feel so bad. Can I invite? I have an invite option.
Oh,
what's his email?
He's probably packed up already though.
Oh no,
Hunter, it's not gonna. I think you got to call it quits, man. I think he's already packed up. It's been minutes.
Should we end the episode?
We gotta end the episode. Excellent. Well,
thanks for listening,
guys.
A hero story.
If you want to leave a 5-star review on iTunes or Apple Podcasts or send it to us, that would be great. Follow our Instagram account. We recently just passed 600 followers, which is which is like kind of ridiculous because like we don't pimp it out at all and we barely post on it. So the fact that people actually follow,
I'd say we post a few times a week. Usually.
Do we? Okay. Check out the Price a Hero page, which is currently on Comixology. You can buy it. It's quite cheap. It's quite good. I make a cameo appearance in the last page. Advertisement for the fucking podcast.
He's also drawing.
Check out friend of the show at Comic Rebirth. He recently put up a video discussing all of his CGC comics. Funny guy. Very attractive, very sexy. Looking for some friends. So if you want to make friends with Comic Rebirth, he is open for applications. So subscribe to sign off on the show, subscribe to YouTube. Yes, that's chugging along pretty well for our least popular platform of listening.
I kicked JD out on the episode where his dad's in it.
You did.
Oh, you did. I'm sorry.
Imagine if he showed up and then you kicked him, like both of them together. His dad's gonna love this.
Like, what's happening on the screen here? Where'd they go?
Where'd they go? Hey, what's going on? I can't wait to see my react because I was looking at myself when I reacted, but
you're staring at Tom.
Losing it. That was crazy. Anyway, no, when you kicked JD,
I actually I feel sick.
You are horrendous. I can't believe you did this. This is going in circles. Anyway, I'm Harper, aka Comic Rebirth, and I'll see you next week.
And I'm Hunter, also known as Comic Boy. And thanks for being a hero.
Blah.
Blah.